Welcome to Builders of Greece. I'm super excited to be able to show you this playtest of a new city builder. And it's a real city builder with also RTS elements, so a lot like the old impression games, Caesar 3 and all of this. Before we dive in, the question that may be on your mind is that the same as Builder of Egypt? Not at all. I know there was a lot of rumors about Builders of Egypt, Builders of Greece and Builders of China being, the same copy-paste game, but they have nothing to do with each other. The UI has nothing to do with each other, the game mechanics have nothing to do with each other, the controls are different, all of this. So let's dive right in. First of all, with the graphics. Yes, maybe this is not the prettiest game you've ever seen, but at the same time it is a city builder. For me, the game mechanics are a lot more important than the graphics themselves. And you can at least zoom out, zoom in pretty close, you see some details, you can rotate, so this is pretty cool. The tutorial has been really great, showing you step by step how to get this city. You have over here also, one page per topic, right? For example, this one on production, right? Explaining to you how you can manage that, your economy and taxes, and much more. I feel that the UI is pretty great. It is clean, but at the same time, you see a lot of information. For example, over here, I have my money, I have my people, and there I can choose which resources to follow. I mean, right now I don't have access to tons of resources. This is the beginning of the prologue, but I'm sure in the future we'll have access to a lot more, and you can choose which one you want to show over here or not. That is really good. I think just one element that's missing over here is I'd love to see my production per minute, similar to the money, where I can see, okay, I have 1.4 thousand in the bank and I'm gaining plus 23, right? So I know I'm positive, it's increasing. I don't know for my food, for example, I'm producing enough or not. That's a bit one thing that's missing. Then there's another thing where I'm not 100% sure if I'm liking it or not, is that some resources are infinite and some resources are finite. For example, over here, the woodcutter house. As long as there's enough trees, meaning, you don't put houses everywhere and there's no more trees at all, you can see it's infinite. Similarly for my fisheries over here, right, it is infinite. But you have other resources. For example, over here, my quarry, right, I cannot place it anywhere I want. That's normal, but it's also a finite amount. You can see there is 2 deposits and there's only 46 left. And there's other deposits over here. For example, there's 100 because each deposit is 50. There's many deposits, so that's 150, but it is finite, right? The game is not perfect. I mean, for example, I think the minimap definitely needs work. It doesn't work really well when I'm clicking. So often I have to click 2 times and it doesn't get me exactly where I want. The hover to show me the detail of my income doesn't seem to work either. An interesting mechanic is that the buildings need to be in range of a depot. This is my agora, so it's sort of a gigantic depot. And then I have other depots like this one over here and this one over there. But if it's too far, like over here, then it won't work. Right, you need to build a depot. And similarly, your people, for example, most of my people right now are living in those houses over here. You can see who is living there, right? The 3 adults going there, for example, and they need different goods, to be happy. Maybe in the future also to be improved, I guess, because, we have 3 levels over here. So I'm guessing most of the building, including houses, will have different levels. Anyway, all that to say that your people, they live somewhere and they work somewhere. So you can see, for example, these are the 6 people that are working in this quarry and they are living there. So there is also the optimization of you don't want them to live too far from where they work because then you're going to lose, in productivity. As I said, it's also an RTS game in the sense that, you can build troops. For example, over here, you can have infantry, skirmisher, or cavalry. Right now I can only make those basic soldiers, but you could see that you could make more. And they are on the map. They're over here, my 9 soldiers, and we're gonna send them to meet the enemy that has just arrived. They just landed there, so I guess we can meet them over here on top of the hill. And let's accelerate the time, see them come. Again, the graphics are not perfect, but for me, what's more important is the gameplay in a game like this. It is, my troops are arriving. We can see the battle live together. Fight! Well, at least they're fighting on their own. So there's some AI there. All good. And here it is, we've defeated those raiders. Perfect. And we've unlocked the technology tree with this. You can also see that none of my people have died, but many have lost health. Not too sure how they're gonna regain health and all of this, but Let's move on. So it is the research tree. It doesn't look huge, but I guess maybe it will get bigger even in the future. Anyway, right now we're supposed to research the maritime trade, which is this one over here. It does cost more wood than what we have, so we're gonna have to wait a bit. And I see my food is also a bit low. Okay, that is a problem, because I also have nobody that is not working. Maybe I have too many soldiers. Okay, it is a few minutes later. We've done a couple of research, including, of course, our maritime trade, but also improving our wood production and food production. As you can see, there's also another soldier there and many other things. We've also just gotten a few refugees. So we have now 15 people homeless. That's not so great. We need new houses. Maybe we put them on the other side of the agora. So let's do some road around. There's also a few decorations already in the game, so maybe let's use them. You know, we can put here a flower bed, a bull statue, fire brazier, and what is that? Another purple flower. I know this is not beauty building, but just showing you what you can do. Okay, so now let's build the arbor. It's a big one. It needs to be in the water, and it needs to cost, oh, it costs a lot of money, which we don't have. That's a problem. So I'm gonna move from low taxes to normal taxes, try to get a bit more money quickly. Okay, it is a few minutes later. Now we can build it. A lot of resources, but we have them now. It needs to be partially on the sea and partially on the water. So here, that seems like a good place. And with this, we're gonna be able to trade. Let's continue to have roads. I like to put roads everywhere. They're not necessary, but they help, you know, obviously go faster. And now we get access to new buildings, entertainment, culture, and faith building to improve our happiness. This is a bit like the public services in Anno, I'm guessing. So what should we trade? I mean, maybe we can trade, sell a bit of stone. I like that you can decide if you need to sell above a certain level or buy to get to a different level, right? We can say buy to get, you know, to 7 rocks, but sell when you're above 24 meat. That is pretty cool. I think that's working well. We do have a small problem, which is that there's no more stones over here. So this is not necessary. We can just delete those buildings, right? They're not necessary anymore. We're gonna need to rebuild some new ones though. Over here, for example, right? There is stones. That in range, yeah, that's in range, perfect. Is this one? Well, this one is in range only of 1, but that's a start. This symbol here means that it's too far from any warehouse. Not a problem. We're gonna build one just next door as soon as we get some stone. So I guess we need to wait for them to give me some stone. So it is a few minutes have passed and we're building the theater. We've already built the first level, the second level, and now we're going to finish it with the third level. Quite a bit of money and stone. So we've used all of the stone that was there. It's gonna take also a minute, but yeah, similar to the monuments in Anno, you know, different phases and of course the visual changing with each phases. While we were working on this, you know, I would have loved for even higher game speed. Another 2 times speed wasn't really that much. But yeah, it is. We have completed the prologue. You know, we have a beautiful theater. So what are my thoughts? Well, as I said at the beginning, I think this is really exciting. Of course, this is far from complete. For example, I don't know if we're going to be able to upgrade our houses, to which level, you know, how many different resources we're going to have. There are small bugs here and there, as I said, around some of the UI, but also some of the game mechanics. And sometimes some of your buildings stop working and you don't really know why, even if they have people and resources. I think it's probably linked to how far they're living, but it's not that clear. We have played a bit with the technology over here, but not with the faith. Population and economy also we haven't looked at. I definitely hope we're gonna see more of this game very soon, and you can count on me to show it on the channel. A big thanks to the developer for sharing this playtest with the community. This is obviously not just for me. If you apply on the Steam page, you will also get access to it, hopefully. So don't hesitate to check in the video description below now to go to the Steam page, to maybe also put it in your wish list. You know that does help a lot all developers. Smash the like button, and I hope to see you next time.